to the stand. Only she can, only Feehans. It's only Feehans.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of OnlyFans with me, Kerryn Elizabeth Feehan. Another solo ep. Is it because I'm friendless? Maybe it's 100 degrees out and it's too hot to text any of my friends. Although I had a pretty sweet bump in yesterday. How are we doing, Tim? Are we okay?
Looking good. Everything looks good.
Was it yesterday? No, it was Sunday. Hanging with my new buddy, Michael Lenoci from Los Angeles. He's a funny comedian. We were hanging out and we're walking along the water. And guess who we saw?
Who? Oh, you guys, a celebrity sighting?
Yeah.
Shit. The water here?
Yeah.
I think is it the lady who plays Deadpool's girlfriend?
No, really good though. Really
I saw
good
her.
guess.
I saw her in the mall over here. That's why I guessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Today?
No, Monica Barrett.
Yeah. She's dating somebody hot too. I think maybe Andrew Garfield.
Oh no. Okay, so it wasn't her.
No.
Damn it. Okay. Was it a guy or a girl?
It was a couple.
Oh, so a celebrity couple.
Yeah.
Joe and Sarah?
Very good guess. You are on the right path. And I did see them later on that afternoon, the same hang. But this is a different celebrity couple. Should I just tell you? Wait. Celebrity couple. And also, like, that first consonant, celebrity couple, is indicative of the couple's names who I ran into.
Celebrity couple. So, CC. Shit.
Micah guessed it.
Oh.
If Micah's watching right now, she already guessed it because I told you were on the right path with Joe and Sarah.
All right.
And I gave you their first name letters.
Yes, and I have no idea.
Casey James Salango and Courtney McGinnis.
What the hell? All the way over here?
Celeb sighting. Over here, I screamed her. I was like, thanks for the text, bitch.
Wow.
So did Mabel. Mabel was like, what the f-? No, but they were doing somebody's birthday thing that they were hanging out with, doing a little outside picnic, cocktails, and then I think they were going to Pier, whatever. Mabes.
So Courtney was showing Casey a little bit of the good life, it sounds like.
Yeah, I was like, but it was too hot to even meet a new person. I was like, hey guys, this is Mike, blah, blah, blah. And we're just the four of us standing there sweating, dripping.
It's so brutal outside right now. It's crazy.
I looked at Casey and I was like, I can't talk to you anymore. I'm too hot. He goes, thank you for saying that. I'm like, I like you so much. Always such a great bump in, but... and then we saw Joe and Sarah and Marty. Marty's having a bang-up summer.
Yes, he's doing a good job. It's a new... is this his first summer as a baby in New York?
No, he was in the pool last summer.
Okay.
And then they moved in October.
Oh, okay.
So they were coming and hanging, and I, slowly got them to fall in love with this neighborhood and realize within that they deserve to live here. And now they do.
Yeah,
and
Micah loves it over here, too.
Yeah, Micah should move in with me, too. They're jacking my rent up. We can just sleep in the king-size bed together, and I don't know.
I'll sleep out on Mabel's bed with Mabel.
Mabel has two beds.
Yeah, that's true.
I have an arrow bed, too. We can put that little wall right in front of the arrow bed so you'll have privacy.
I've lived in worse places.
Well, that's the thing about my new buddy Michael. He apparently has a great place in Santa Monica. And I love the idea of an apartment swap. And I love Santa Monica. Out of all the LA spots, give me some Santa Monica. So I think that would be cool. But I don't know because I worry about Mabel.
Oh, yeah. Well, would you bring Mabel with you to Santa Monica? Get her all
cool.
Drugged up? Throw her on the plane?
Throw her on the plane. Get her some, what are they called? Her vet gave me some. Trazodone.
Oh, she does trazodone?
She does the Traz, dude. She's getting lit on the Traz. What are you doing, lines of Traz later?
Toad, we have to give Toad gabapentin.
That's a nerve blocker.
Oh, okay.
I gave that to Ernest when he was dying.
Ah.
Not to alarm you.
No, well, they give it to us because she goes absolutely ape shit at the vet.
Okay,
Yes.
wow. So that must really numb her out.
No, it doesn't. She's all chill and shit around the house, wobbling around.
Yeah.
Once she gets to the vet, she pushes straight through it and it tries to attack everyone. It's insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mabel is nervous at the vets, and that she does like pee in the office sometimes. And that's when, she did that last time, and that's when we were given the prescription for trazodone.
Yeah, I had a dog, he wasn't bad at the vet, but he did not like other dogs, kind of like Mabel.
But Mabel is healing.
Mabel is healing and Mabel is doing better, but he was very jealous that I would pet any other dog, so he would growl.
Really?
Yeah, he would growl at other dogs, and he was about as big as Mabel.
Oh.
And a little tiny dog came up, batting his face at the vet one day, and I told this lady, I was holding him down, but I told this lady, I was like, you better get your dog or he's going to kill it.
Yeah. That's how Mabel, again, has been so, yes, you have, I know, you've been so, Mabes, come here. Mabel, come be on the podcast. She's so funny. She's just providing background audio today of security system I live with. I got into it with I'm all over the place today. I got into it with the Yellow Jackets. The Yellow Jackets are what I refer to as the security guards who aren't full-fledged clappas, but they're there to basically harass me every morning at between 5 and 6 a.m.
They would tell Mabel and I we weren't allowed to be places when I would walk her.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's not a real job, right? You're just a finger waver. You just put on a vest no, don't do that. So I don't fucking respect you.
Sure.
So they tried to do it the other day, and I had walked by, I think maybe 5 homeless people. And whatever, I'm not out here saying I'm afraid of homeless people. But in this scenario, that's the problem we need to be addressing.
Right.
Not me with my perfectly behaved, off-leash, recall solid as a rock dog. Mabel, I've been calling her off. Squirrels did.
Really?
She's been mid-chase, and I've been like, Mabel, come. And she comes back and sits.
Wow, Mabel.
Whose dog is this?
Good for Mabel. This is incredible.
She's doing really well. I mean, she, again, still imperfect. It's always these little tiny dogs that people have retractable leashes, and they're up and they have their headphones in and la 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 la. They're like fishing.
Yeah. Well, I think I told you I yelled at a woman in your lobby, which
Nice.
Micah got mad at me.
That's fine.
Because she was like, don't yell at people, other
can.
people's. But
You're
this
right.
woman, she didn't have her dog on a leash at all in the
Tiny
lobby.
dog.
The tiny one, this
yeah.
is an old lady.
Right.
And I go, hey, can you get your dog? Hey, can you get your dog? Hey, can you get your dog? And I go, hey, lady, get your dog
Yes.
before this one eats it. and that's when she was like, oh.
Of course.
And I was like, gee, the fucking,
But they walk around again, it's like a freaking brownie on a stick.
Yeah.
And they expect Mabel not to is that for me?
Well, and there is a big difference in this neighborhood walking on weekdays when they have their dog walkers walk.
Right.
And walking on weekends when they're on their phone, too.
Isn't it brutal?
Yeah.
This lady, I yelled at her the other day because she came in. Sometimes you have to yell at people.
You got to let them know.
It's the same way you command a dog. Sometimes the tone can be kind of uplifting. It doesn't have to be so shitty. Because this woman comes in. There's 6 big dogs in the park. Mabel's friends with 5 of them, and her dog is new. So he's the 6th one to enter. All 5 of the dogs that are already there go nuts when this dog tries to come in.
Yeah.
Barking, whatever. I call Mabel. Mabel comes, sits right next to me. Everyone was impressed. Everyone was like, Mabel, who is she? Who is she? Then this lady brings her dog in, and it's just the wrong energy, this dog. It's submissive, but also hyper and curious, wants to be in everybody's business, has no job, has nothing to do.
Yeah.
Because the woman didn't bring it an activity. So she just goes and sits on after 5 dogs have lost their shit before you even come in, you're going to go sit on a bench and bury your nose in your phone with 5 other big dogs that may or may not like your dog.
So she just brought the dog in with no ball or nothing.
So then it's sniffing her. Mabel, of course, has her frisbee, and the new dog is sniffing her butt, and Mabel gives her this look what the f- do you want, bitch? But she's being good. She's listening to me. Bring it back. Then Mabel's pooping, and I'm going to clean up, and this dog is all up in Mabel's shit while Mabel's pooping, literally in her shit. And I'm looking, and the woman's still on her phone, and so I sort of diffuse what could have been a bad situation there.
Yeah.
Give the dogs privacy while they're pooping.
Right.
Then this woman, Mabel's so inspirational.
Yes.
This other dog starts pooping.
Okay, yeah, sure.
And I don't know if I mentioned to you, but this bitch is on her fucking phone, right?
Right.
So now your dog's laying big fat deuces and you're about to not pick it up?
Yeah.
Not on my watch, bitch. Your dog's pooping!
Oh, you yelled at her
I
while
screamed
she.
it at the top of my lungs because I had all this frustration built up about her negligence in general already.
And she's like, "Oh, I'm doing the crossword, this fucking bitch."
Seriously, she's like, "This fucking high score on my Sudoku. Why is she fucking bothering me?" Like, it's 6 big dogs in here. Like,
That's crazy. And Mabel's friends are big, except she has one little dog friend,
Penelope.
right? Penelope, who I thought Mabel was going to eat in the lobby one
but
day.
she loves her.
But she laid on her back immediately, and they started rolling around.
Yeah. They're besties. She has other little. Well, that's the one that you know. She has other little friends. Hudson, who is a papillon, un papillon.
Oh,
I think that
fancy.
means butterfly. They're the dogs with the big ears that look like butterfly ears, but they're tiny. And then my favorite of Mabel's friends, who we don't see anymore because neither of them go to the dog park as much, is Cooper, little Coop.
Yeah.
He's a tiny mini Jack Russell, and his tail just goes like this. And he loves Mabel, and they hadn't seen each other in a while, and they lost their shit. I fucking love dogs.
I love it. It reminds me of like Oliver and Company and stuff. I just like to imagine they're out having adventures, you know? They're all singing Billy Joel songs.
I think Mabel might be heading back to camp. I have a couple things up in the air, but I will be in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, July 11th and 12th, opening for Joseph Elizabeth List.
Whoa.
At the Portsmouth Music Hall, I believe it's called. Really excited about that. My uncle lived in Portsmouth for years. Did I talk about this last week?
I don't think you talked about your uncle living there, no.
But he lived in this apartment right across the street from a biker bar. And we would all sit up on his roof and watch people get in fights and get wasted and, like, do random shit all night. It was so fun.
That's awesome.
It was just, like, a cool little, like, kind of artsy, like, can't even really call it a city, but maybe it's
a town.
It's a town.
Yeah.
Right on the water. Really awesome toy store. Treetop Toys. I used to freaking look forward to that fucking trip. I used to always want, like, one big stuffed animal and then one, like, activity toy.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, bargaining with my mom. She would never want me to get the stuffed animal. She's like, you have a fucking 100 stuffed animals. I'm like, I need it for my bed.
Yeah, you gotta lay. David, what's more comfortable than laying with a bunch of stuffed animals?
I don't have a koala.
Yeah.
So, and then I saw the production of Hair with my mother when I was maybe junior high, maybe.
Did they get naked?
They got full naked,
Wow.
a lot of bush. I remember it being a lot of pubic hair.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And just being like, I'm never gonna let that happen to me.
No forest for the Feehanster over here.
Yes, I'm excited. So my mom is coming. My mother and my aunt Karen. I'm putting them up at the Sheridan, which is this big old fancy ass Sheridan we used to go to.
Nice.
My grandfather would just sit in the lobby, like that was the activity. That was the day. Dressed to the nines.
Just you all dressed up, sit in the lobby of the Sheridan and
Be like, can I get a virgin madras, which is just
Wow.
grapefruit and orange juice or whatever. And people would be like, no, you're in the lobby. He's like, but do you have a grape?
This is like the fancy version of when old people go to McDonald's in the Midwest and sit there.
That was how my mom told me she was raised, though. That's what her parents would do because they had 6 kids.
Yeah.
And they would pile them all into like cars for like long drives. And they would probably only get like one hotel room or something. I don't know how the hell they slept, but they would mostly hang in hotel lobbies.
Yeah.
That was their vibe.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I wonder why.
I do too.
I mean, the old hotel lobbies were very fancy, though.
Yeah, and it was just like sometimes it'd be like a live pianist, you know?
Yeah.
Like this is free entertainment, some refreshments.
They had that hotel at the Port Comedy Club.
Yeah.
The haunted
That's
one.
haunted as fuck, that.
The haunted,
Yeah.
but you go in there and you're like, oh, this is about to be fancy. I was there with Shane Torres.
Yeah.
Then we got to our room. We were like, the fanciness stops at the
there.
lobby.
It stops there.
Yeah.
And the haunting starts here.
Oh my God. I didn't get any bad vibes while I was there, haunting wise, but it is a weird haunted place.
Bobby Kelly, we had a conversation. He like called me while I was there to just convince me that it was haunted. Like, I remember, I was like, why are you telling me this? He's like, dude, it's fucking haunted. Don't even sleep.
You know what, dude?
You know what, though? It's fucking haunted.
Do you think the old Sheridan in Portsmouth, could that be haunted?
Sure. I mean, it's been there for a long time.
Really?
I wonder if they've renovated.
That'll stir up the ghosts if they do.
Yeah. I don't even know where I'm staying yet. I'm like, got them like a nice fancy room. Like, I'll find a fucking Airbnb,
Just
I
stay
guess.
at the wherever you're doing the show.
At the hall.
That's what I mean. My buddy, I text my buddy today. I'm going to St. Louis this weekend.
Right.
With
What
friend
are you doing?
Doing the Westport Funny Bone with friend of the show, Tom Takar.
Let's go.
And
sell those shows out, OnlyFeehans.
Yeah, come on out. It'll be a great time. Thursday, you'll hear it as this very comes out. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're doing one of the Sunday shows. It's going to be
Nice.
too hot for you to be outside, and there's no baseball. So
Comedy clubs notorious for good air conditioning.
they should have great air
I've
conditioning.
been working
there.
in the system of comedy clubs and I hate air conditioning.
I love it.
Yeah, of course you do. You're built for air conditioning.
I'm fat and I sweat too much.
Obviously, we need it today. I know
Yeah.
when it's needed, but some people just like it,
Yes.
like when it's not fully necessary.
Yeah, me. Yeah.
I'm like, if it's 70 out,
Yeah, if it's 70 out, whatever room Micah is not in, I have the door closed and it's blasting air conditioning. But yeah, we're doing that, and I fly in tomorrow because it was $250 cheaper.
so I get some time to hang.
Yeah, I'm gonna
hang
hang at my buddy's bar. It's called Stu's. It's in Soulard, but
Go buy Tim some alcohol.
yeah, go by. I'll get real fucked up if you want. But my buddy John, I hit him up and I was like, "Hey, can I stay at your place?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then he messaged me today. He's like, "I didn't realize that our second bedroom is the dog's bedroom." And he's very territorial and will get really aggressive if you stay in his bedroom. So I was like, "All right, I'll figure something out." But thank you, John.
That's is he married?
He has a girlfriend. He lives with his girlfriend,
Yeah,
who is also mad at him right now for. He's a psycho, so he gets really fucked up, and he's just a crazy man. And I love him.
People
But
are still getting fucked up.
yeah, I do it sometimes.
Yep.
Not Micah. She watches me do it, and she
Yeah.
just shakes her head.
Does she?
No. She's like, because I don't get angry or sad or anything.
You're just a happy drunk.
I'm just a silly guy
Yeah.
that is just even sillier and louder, really.
Yeah. See, not me. I was like, I'm going to say the N-word. I'm going to say the N-word.
We watched that lady get pulled off the plane. And have you seen the video of
A recent one?
Yeah, she was
Okay.
calling the woman next to her fat. She's like, "You're so fucking fat."
But Micah's like, that's Kerryn. That's
She's
what Kerryn
like,
used to be
"That's the kind of angry Karen would get."
Yes.
And I was like, "Jesus."
At strangers. Yeah. Like homeless people, walking by.
She was like, "She threw my jacket in the trash one day."
I did. That's the night I was thinking of. I think it was one night I used to produce that show, Stand Up and Take Your Clothes Off, the longest running all female stand up show in New York City history.
Wow.
Well, it's also a burlesque show. We had to show tits to sell tickets too. But anyway, I was after one of those nights and I got roaring wasted. Yeah, I thought it'd be such a funny prank. I made it blatantly obvious, but that I was sneakily trying to do it.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense? I was like, ooh. And then I walked by a bunch of people going, I got Micah's coat. I got Micah's coat. I got Micah's coat. And I threw it in the garbage, and she dug it out. She was so mad. I think she had scraped pizza bits off it.
Yeah,
or something.
she told me, she was like, "It's one of the most furious I've ever been at Kerryn."
Yeah.
And she's like, "And Kerryn is fucked up a lot, and it was one of the most mad I've ever been."
She was probably also very mad at me in Miami.
Yes. Another time I've heard but she was like, that you were relapsing in Miami,
I
right?
was.
But she goes, I'll tell you this. She did say, "I didn't really help because I did continue to drink and do cocaine with her." She's like, "I could have tried to stop it."
Micah and I got cocaine when our feet touched the floor in Miami. Somehow, Micah and I got our hands on the biggest bag of cocaine I've ever seen. Night one, but I was trying to not drink.
Right.
But I'm still doing ripping fucking lines. I'm so high and low. And my day three, trying to white knuckle it, no booze. But
You were white nosing it and white knuckling it.
yes, I was like, I can't anymore. And I relapsed with vodka sodas or something at the Standard, and I just got so wasted so fast. And then we were leaving that day.
Yeah.
It was just pure mayhem on the way to the
She said you
airport.
like disappeared.
Yeah,
No one
yeah.
could get in touch with you, and then everyone got. She was like, and then everyone got mad at me
Yeah.
because they were like, "Well, she's your best friend," and
Yeah.
it's like, okay, but we could all help,
No, yeah, the other women on that trip were not. They were not it. They were, blaming Micah for me being completely out of control.
Listen, I wasn't there. I don't know the situation, but I do know I have known Micah very well now for the last 6 years.
Yeah.
She's not the like best role model or like she's not the best influence on people sometimes. She does like trouble.
Yeah, Micah and I I got banned the night that Micah and I were together at the stand.
Yeah.
And Micah was being way crazier than me.
Well-
but she just wasn't being crazy to Patrick's face.
Yes.
I was calling Patrick names to his face.
Mm-hmm.
Micah was in the kitchen breaking wine glasses.
Right. No, she's impish.
Very mischievous. It was all wherever we were going from point A to point B when we were talking to each other, like, what are we going to do? Whose life can we ruin tonight? You start this rumor. You won't.
I think I said one night I was hanging out with you two, and you two were just both sober being bad. And I was telling someone, I was like, I've never seen two smaller women be more evil in my life.
Yeah, sometimes we're just mean.
I love it. And a lot of it was at me, and I still didn't care. I was like, this is good. They're on. These guys, they're on tonight.
It's funny because when I first met Micah, I was drinking.
Mm-hmm.
But we only went out like one time, I think, together. It was like at the duplex. We went from the duplex to a bunch of places with Jared Freed, of all people. And then I stopped drinking, but Micah didn't stop drinking. And these certain nights where we would like still be doing comedy, like by like 8 o'clock, she'd be like, "Why don't you drink?"
She's a bad influence.
And I would say to her, I'm like, "You don't want me to drink." She's like, "Whatever. You're so weak." Blah blah blah. And then cut to like a few years later in Miami or whatever. She's like, "Oh, I get it."
Yeah,
but anyway.
she's trouble. She's big trouble when she drinks because then she wants to get in even more trouble than she does when she's sober, which is still a lot of trouble. So it's like
she's a little anarchist.
I love it.
We've had wild times. So yeah, I yelled at the guys in the vest about the homeless people. I was like, "They're the problem." I was like, go wake up all the homeless people, and then you can talk to me." And and this kid goes, "They must be like young." He's like, "That's what we're doing. Don't tell me how to do my job." I'm like, "Stop harassing me."
My dog is on her journey to wellness and being good.
Hold on. How do I find the AMA I did?
I think it's in your, isn't it in your stories?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of in your stories, while you look at this, I'll tell you this. Someone is using me as a catfish.
Wait, that's really cool, Tim.
On Tinder. They took my photo from my cracked set. And my Bobby, friend of the show, Bobby Condon, sent it to me.
Because Bobby's on Tinder 24 hours a day.
Well, he said it. So I posted it, and he goes, "I wasn't on Tinder. It was sent to me." But yeah, see, they're using me. I'll post it on the video.
You have to.
It's called Mighty Me. That's what they named.
Mighty Me?
Yeah, that's what they named themselves.
Mighty Me to save the day.
I'm 31 according to this, which is sick. And then my interests are the gym, which is not true.
This person really just took some liberties.
They see a guy with a double chin in this photo, and they're like, "Let's put the gym down." And hockey and house parties and 90s kid.
House parties.
Yeah. So
Is that guy gonna kill that girl? You know what I mean?
I think they're just using it to scam.
Oh.
I think it's like it could. I thought my initial thought, and this might be racial, but it was Indians doing it.
Yeah, I always think it's them. They're telling me I don't care. They call me like, "We found an F-140 pickup truck in Texas with a bunch of cocaine, and it's registered to your name." No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I got one today. Let me see. Where is it? Unpaid parking ticket.
Oh, I get those all the time.
Final notice.
I don't have a car.
I looked it up the other day. Yeah, I don't have a car either, but I do rent cars sometimes. So I was like, maybe I did. And they're like, the government is not going to text you. I was like, I didn't think so. I didn't think the government was going to text me.
Yeah, their next text is going to be like, just kidding. Look out for Iran. All right, ready?
Yeah.
How many of your peers from Cape Cod have overdosed or died from drunk driving? None. That I went to private school, so like the Cape Cod Tech kids, they might be more fucked up than the Sacred Heart kids. Most of the kids I went to high school with are doing great, thriving.
That's good.
Will you get cornrows soon?
Oh, have you gotten cornrows before?
No.
I have.
Yeah?
With my African American friend Terry. I had my hair used to be down to my
Terry
shoulder.
Black?
Terry Brown.
Oh.
Couldn't quite. He was light skinned. Actually, he was dark as hell. Okay. But my hair was down to my shoulders, and I got cornrows. And I'm telling you, I got a sensitive head.
You have a sensitive head.
Yeah, it hurt.
What do they call that? Fair scalped or something?
Yeah,
baby headed.
Yeah, I'm probably baby headed for sure.
Did a black woman do them for you?
Yes, on the beach.
Was she like, shut up?
I was cool about it then.
Were you in Jamaica?
I was in Florida. I was in Fort Myers.
Okay.
At the Jamaica of Florida. But I was just like, I didn't complain when she did it. But then afterwards, my head was just, it hurt. And my buddy Terry was like, you can't itch it. You hit it. You pat your head. And I was like, this isn't helping.
Picturing Tim like, wait.
Yeah, she did
Did
Terry's
you pay
hair.
Her?
What?
Did you pay her?
Yeah, I paid her like $60 or something. She did Terry's hair, and it looked great.
Yeah.
And then she did my hair, and it wasn't that good, but she did her best, I think.
Terry had black hair.
Yes. He had better hair.
I've gotten like some braids, like I think when I was on a cruise, like you would get like a little braid and there would be like beads on it or whatever, but I've never gotten full cornrows.
You've never done the full rose.
No. Again, I went to private school.
I went to private school. It never stopped me.
How old is the cute doggo? She'll be 4 on July 10th. Send money.
The Mabel's 4th birthday bash. Are you going to do are you doing anything for Mabel's birthday with her little dog friends?
Sometimes we do an invite-only gathering at the kids' park where we're not allowed. That's a VIP. After hours, speakeasy.
Very important puppies.
Bark easy. And we'll get some cookies with Mabel's face on them and watch the other dogs cannibalize the cookies. No. Yeah, I'll do a little something because Dog Mom Heather will guilt me if I don't. Dog Mom Heather is educating me about the mayoral campaign. Mm-hmm. Today's the last day to vote.
Yes, I'm not ready. I went to vote for the president, and they said, we can't find you. It's like you don't exist. So I don't know.
Do you know, I think this is the most passive-aggressive, annoying text. Hold on. Damn it. Oh, here it is. Hi, Karen. Who you vote for is private, but whether you vote is public record. Public records show you didn't vote in 2023 or 2024. Vote tomorrow if you haven't already. Find your local polling place here. Fuck you. Like, you think that's going to work? You're going to fucking neg me into voting? You're going to shame me, and that's going to want me to go be part of this process? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, both of the options seem pretty wretched to me. I don't care. The one guy that all the comics are backing wants to make the buses free, which is disgusting. It will be mobile homes for homeless people, obviously.
They already get on them.
There'll be way more.
I don't
take the bus.
I take the bus sometimes. In fact, I love the bus. I hate the bus.
When I've taken it, I don't mind it because you can stay on the internet.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing I was telling Mike. I was like, the M train's good because you can mostly have the internet the entire time you're going to the city.
Above ground.
But, well, he also wants to do a rent freeze. I think that's the thing that most of the comedians are big into.
I know, but that's like, it sounds great, but when there's like, you ask a follow-up question, like, how are you going to do that? He's like, oh, I'm just going to do this and this. And it's like, no, you're not going to be able to do that because the governor's not going to let you.
Right. Well, I think what they really need to do to help rent, and this is just me talking here, is make people rent out the buildings that are empty
With
in
the
the city.
rent-controlled apartments, I know, but the landlords won't do it because it's not cost-effective for them.
Yeah. But they have to do something because there's over 100,000 units in the city that no one lives in.
Yeah, they have to change some laws or something. I don't know.
So that if for anyone big into the New York rent talk,
It is interesting. I met a guy. Well, he actually recognized me. He goes, "Are you a comedian?" I was like,
Wow.
"I'm a porn star, but whatever." And he has a podcast called Real Realty. I got to look it up. True Realty. He goes, "Because there is no reality in realty."
wow.
We're gonna shout out to him. But yeah, he was talking about stuff too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that they're jacking my shit up come September.
Yeah, and I know Micah got mad because she used to live in Long Island City, and she's like, half of this fucking place is owned by China, and they just own the building, or they just own the units, and then no one lives in them. She's like, they're just unoccupied units that are owned as investments in China. She's like, if you own it, someone has to live in it. And
Yeah.
she would get all heated
Riled
about
up,
that.
yeah.
And I agree. I was like, you can't just own it and leave it empty. Just rent it out. I mean, hire someone to rent it out for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of the cost of rent is very high, and there's a lot of places to live if they would free them up. But that's the one thing. I think that's my only thing that I really ever care about. But I can't even vote. I'm not even in the system. So.
Oh, I'm in the system.
So what was Heather saying? What was her?
Yeah, she's just like, I think, what did she say? I thought her post was really smart. She's private, but she's my friend, so. I think I actually screen grabbed it. Yeah, here we go. It's very well written. She's going to love this, too. This is, Heather, timestamp this right now. This is your moment. Let us put aside the fact that Mamdani hates Jews and has done and said atrocious things against them for 1 second and turn to policies. Every time I try to have an informed, intelligent conversation with a Mamdani supporter, I ask them how he's going to accomplish any of the policies he's peddling, given Albany and Hochul have made it clear they're not willing to substantially raise taxes on the rich. Here are some answers I've received, and these are all in quotes. He just will. This is funny, Heather.
I do like that.
He will make them do it. He is going to raise the taxes. He will find the money. Not a single Mamdani supporter seems to have a valid pathway for him actually accomplishing any of his policies. He's a great salesman, as evidenced by the blind following he's amassed, but he has no way to implement anything he's pushing, and his inexperience shows. And if anyone has an intelligent answer to this, I would genuinely love to hear it, because I'm all for informed political debate. I'm not pushing for Cuomo, but literally anyone would be better to lead the city than a 33-year-old inexperienced individual with no concept of how to get things accomplished in New York City. AKA, you need Albany on board to start. And all this to say, today doesn't really matter. Both Cuomo and Mamdani are going to run under another party if they lose. What's going to end up happening is a Republican mayor, because a large percentage of Democrats in New York would rather vote Republican than vote for Mamdani, and that's what really distresses me. This party remains so divided.
Well, there you go. That is pretty well thought out. In
well, that's my law friend. Like,
yeah,
she's like, she's informed.
Yeah. And I don't know. I only know about the rent stuff. Like, that's all I have, because that's all I even give a fuck about.
I just feel like sometimes if you're making lofty promises that seem too good to be true, they probably are.
Well, they probably are, and they probably take longer than what you're...
And it's even going to affect you.
Yeah.
It's like by the time the stuff gets done, you'll be like, I don't give a fuck. I'm rich now. Let them eat cake.
And it is tough. You can't say bad stuff about Jews in New York. You lose a very high percentage of votes.
You sure will. You sure will.
Micah didn't like the Jew stuff either. As a Jew, I don't know if anyone knows that, but Micah Jewish.
She hides it well.
Yeah. She calls me anti-Semitic. I go, yeah, I'm anti-Semitic. Guy loves you
yeah.
with all his heart. It's anti-Semitic. I love the worst one, and I'm anti-Semitic.
I picked the worst, little meanest one, and I'm anti-Semitic. Shut up, Anne Frank. Go back to your room.
Yeah, what happened? Yeah, what happened to staying quiet?
We were hanging with, all my dog moms are of the Jewish persuasion.
Yes.
And the rabbi lives in my building. The rabbi to some Orthodox where they worship. I don't know exactly where it is. He's got like 7 daughters, and they finally had a boy.
Really?
Yeah. And they're so cute and polite and nice.
Do they have
and
like
friendly.
a whole floor?
I think I don't know.
It's crazy.
I don't know. I think it's like they live on like not the first floor, but the floor beneath the tunnel.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
It took me a second. So they come in, they tunnel in from Crown Heights.
So, but the girls wear modest swim dresses.
Mm.
And I find that interesting in 2025. It's just like the different sites, the swim dresses versus, these other like smoke show, like 16-year-old Puerto Rican chicks that come to my pool. With,
Oh, yeah.
Perfect bodies. I'm like, why don't you put on a swim dress?
I will say this. It's not about the 16-year-old Puerto Rican.
I thought you were the way Tim was like, a 16-year-old Puerto Rican body. That's the perfect.
Our neighborhood has the 16-year-old Puerto Ricans that are all way out of shape. But the city, when it is hot,
yes,
might be the best place to see insanely hot ladies wearing almost nothing.
Nothing.
Today I was like, how am I supposed to walk to Kerryn's hard as hell? This is crazy. These chicks, like, they were wearing nothing today in the city.
I mean, I was one of them, and I just was like, but usually if you look at my face, I'm like, if you start at my feet, you're like, oh, hey. Because it's so fucking hot out, you can't even smile. Like, it's too hot out there. It's too hot to talk. Out there, it feels wrong right now. Like,
yes.
It feels like evil. Like, it's
trying
to hurt us. Like, your environment's out there trying to hurt you.
It's oppressively hot outside.
Yeah, and like singes the skin. And you guys know I love to sunbathe. I was telling Timothy, I was like, I'll swim. It's not like I'm tanning. I'm going out there to swim. That's my exercise for the day. I took a rest day. But of course, you lay down after you swim and you're like, oh my God. Like Dante's Inferno. I lasted 40 minutes.
And that's like, I went to the Yankee game the other day and I was like, I gotta go home. This is crazy.
What time did the game start? Did you have shade cover?
1 p.m. and absolutely not. I sat out in the sun the entire time, but
Why aren't you more red?
I had SPF 30.
7,000?
I had SPF 30. I had my hat on.
Okay.
And my legs I wore jeans. I don't own shorts. And
I saw a girl wearing jeans today, and I wanted to fucking go up to her and grab her and be like, you're not a fucking human. You're a fucking alien. I'm on to you, you fucking bitch. You're a glitch in the Matrix.
But I got, like, good sunscreen. And I'm also a little bit Italian, so I don't get as sunburnt as, like, a fully Irish person would.
I'm fully Irish.
Yeah, well,
I've developed a solar callus.
you've built melanin into your own body.
I sure have. From the ground up, baby.
Yeah, you're very tan for a fully Irish person.
I'm black Irish. Mm-hmm. We were invaded by the Moors. I always say that, and I never know if anything I say is true. Do you follow Iran on Twitter?
The country of?
Yeah.
No.
So I do. Do you think I'm following the real Iran, or do you think it's like a spoof?
How many followers do they have?
A lot.
Then I think it's probably the real Iran.
Okay, let's see what they're tweeting right now.
I only follow people who do manga spoilers and anime spoilers.
What's manga?
It's just it's like the comic book of the anime. It's even nerdier and gayer than you could possibly hope it could be.
Yeah. Oh, they tweeted 1 minute ago.
Ouch.
One symbolic bomb in Washington will remind Trump that he is not omnipotent and will restore our national honor.
That's what they tweeted?
Yeah, 1 minute ago.
Well, that's no good. Oh, no. Come on, don't be bomb Washington next weekend when I'm not in St. Louis and don't need to fly.
I know. Like, there's just been, like, lots of planes up and around, like, lately, and I think they're, like, just, like, like, getting ready.
Getting ready to descend?
Could you imagine me in, like, one of these, like, high-power meetings? We're talking about wars. Like, what do you guys want to do? You want to...
So asshole revenue is up.
Kerryn? Kerryn, any updates? Yeah, I'm just like way above my pay grade, all this war stuff.
I don't know much about it. I know...
He was funny this morning, though.
Trump was?
Yeah, it's like, they both don't know what the fuck they're doing. That's crazy.
Oh, he dropped an F?
You didn't see that?
No. I was doing Zach Amico's show. They have a cone around the place that doesn't allow any political takes to get in.
No, I know. This is like unavoidable at this point, though. I thought this. Can I tell you? Every time I think I've seen something, I know I saw it on the Shade Room.
And the ceasefire agreement. Do you believe that Iran is still?
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too.
Are you questioning
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I'd never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand?
Oh, they bleeped it.
I'll add it in to the app.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's like, two countries have been fighting. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Wow.
Why do I like that? Because
the
it feels
president,
honest.
Yeah, and the president doesn't ever drop Fs.
Right. That president never drops F.
I mean, the closest was when Biden said, "Shut the hell up,
I know.
man."
Like, that felt like my dad. Like, that, like, yelling in my living room. Like, they know what the fuck they're doing. Like, like that. It makes me feel two different ways. Part of it makes me feel safe. Like, I like this, like, bully guy who's just, like, dropping F-bombs. And the other part of me is like, is he retarded? Like, is that...
Yes,
is that one thing? And then the next thing you know, I'm by the Freedom Tower.
Because at one point you're like, it's good that he doesn't take any shit. But then you're like, my dad shouldn't be the president.
No. My dad pops off. You don't finish your milk, my dad's nuking the whole kitchen. Oh, man. I don't know. What can we do? We can't live in fear, that's for sure. We'll let them win.
Yeah, you just kind of got to go about your life, and if you get blowed up, you get blowed up.
Back to the AMA. Oh, I keep skipping it. God damn it. Shall you be performing in New York during late November? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Perform almost every night. I don't think it'll stop in late November.
Who would play you in your biopic?
Oh.
Karen Reed.
Karen Reed.
Play me. No, I want to play
got all the
Karen
time.
Reed, dude. If somebody cast me as Karen Reed. John, you're a pervert. I'm perfect for this. I don't know who's making like the made-for-TV movie or whatever.
Who would play you? What's her name?
Oh.
Ah, shit. She was in that movie with Cameron Diaz.
Margot Robbie.
No, but...
Selma Blair.
Selma Blair.
Yeah, Selma Blair is my twin. And now that, she has, what does she have? Parkinson's or something? Or MS.
A young...
You're talking about pre-MS Selma?
Yes.
Okay, but she could do it now. I love Selma.
She'd have to do that, actor thing where she gets jacked, though.
Like, what's his face?
Yeah, like Christian Bale.
The Machine, or what was that movie?
The Machinist.
The Machinist, yeah.
Where he lost because he went from The Machinist where he weighed 125 pounds to then playing Batman where he was 220 pounds of muscle.
That's crazy.
Yeah. His doctor said it was very, very bad for him to do.
I was talking to, I think it was maybe Cam Patterson was at the stand the other night. He was telling me that 50 Cent like lost a shit ton of weight for a movie that nobody saw.
Yes, that's true.
It went like right to BET or whatever.
Yeah, because I think they were like, this is going to be your Oscar moment.
Nothing. But then I was talking about how, what's his face, Wahlberg, Donnie Wahlberg in The Sixth Sense, that was sort of his like return to acting or you know, getting, because I was such a small part, but he was so skinny and convincing. Do you remember in The Sixth Sense?
No, I haven't seen The Sixth Sense since it came out. I remember I saw it when I was like a kid, kind of ish, and it scared the hell out of me.
Do you support RFK Jr. for his policy ideas, or is it just a reflex for Boston people to vote Kennedy? Most of my Boston liberal friends, like my family doesn't like RFK. I'm the only one who likes him. And he, what did he announce today? He's like helping people get their medicine faster, like something about pre-authorizations with insurance companies.
Okay.
But I don't know. The headline of the article was insurance companies like take big blow as he like skips this one like process thing.
Good, because insurance companies are trying to keep you from getting your medicine all the time. It's really annoying.
Yeah. So sorry RFK is doing something else good. You fucking assholes. So sick of fucking stupid like. People just, on both sides, they just like, they convince themselves of one thing and they are immovable.
Oh, yeah. You gotta be. Otherwise, you're wrong.
I know. Mark Hyman, the doctor's pharmacy, that I follow that guy. Mark Hyman's wicked smart. So that wasn't a question, but I agree with that guy. I am once again asking if that thing be farting. I like that.
He's asked before?
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't answer with a resounding yes. That thing be farting.
You're in your business meeting when the plane's about to hit. Now, we've been asked many times if that thing be farting.
You guys know that thing be farting. Why aren't you in Vegas? Why would I want to be in Vegas right now? It's probably 400 degrees.
Oh.
I don't think maybe if I work the cellar. But I don't know if I'll ever go to Vegas again.
We'd do Brad Garrett's side. I've heard that club's really fun.
All right.
Brad Garrett, book Kerryn, and then let me go because I like to gamble.
All right. Tattoos, yay or nay? If so, where is best? I like tattoos. I have two. If you're a guy, just get them on your arms and your chest. Once you start getting them on your ankles, it's kind of gay.
You think leg tattoos on a guy, not the look?
I mean, it's fine. Like on a shin, if it's like a cool one. But I don't know. I don't like anything that looks like it could be misconstrued as jewelry. So if you have like thorns going around your ankle,
as a dude,
yeah.
I mean, if you're doing that,
No, but guys have that like thing like barbed wire go around their muscles. Or
Oh, yeah,
if they
sure.
even have the worst is like a skinny guy with like something that's supposed to be going around the circumference of his bicep you can't find.
Yeah, it is tough when a skinny guy gets muscle guy tattoos.
It's true.
We're at like 45.
Are we? We're doing great.
Yeah.
That's crazy. This is flown by. Keep watching Tires. Keep tweeting me about Tires stuff. I love any GIFs. I love any memes. I don't know why this is getting a good response today, but today I tweeted, I like swimming, sitting naked in AC, and drinking coconut water, and that's it. Those are my only likes. Oh, I'm going to go to this dance theater show. I live right near the Performing Arts Center, and I ran into, she's a different dog mom group than my core dog moms, but she's really...
cheating.
I do cheat. She's some kind of Asian. She's probably 100. She looks like she's 50. And she's got this little dog. And I'm going to go. I'm going to go see this theater, like, dance thing. She says it's really impressive. They're really strong. And they do flips and juggle.
Wow. I've always wanted to go into that Performing Arts Center.
I've
it
never
looks
been in
so
either.
cool.
It looks cool, right? You guys should come. Come tomorrow.
I'll be in
Oh,
St.
you're going.
Louis.
Maybe Michael will come with me.
She might. Maybe not. She's working on a packet right now to get a job to support our family again.
I know Packet Micah, too.
I know.
I only like end of the Packet Micah. When I get to, she's like, you can read these. I go, okay.
I sent her the packet. I was like, here you go. You'll like this. She goes, I don't know if I have time to get it done. Immediately starts typing on her computer. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Micah loves a packet.
Oh, she loves to do it.
Yeah.
She loves doing the writing. She needs what I need to do is somehow figure out how to get her a like timeline, like an actual stop point for her writing whatever she's writing that she's doing in her free time.
What do you mean?
I said that. I couldn't have said that dumber.
I'm like, I'm trying to understand.
I need time. I need like an actual time frame. Like I need to hire someone that's like a fake producer or something to be like, I need a movie from you in 2 months.
Yeah, you think she needs deadlines.
Yes, a deadline is the word could not think of in any way.
Yeah, because she is too precious about her shit sometimes, I think. And I'm like, you got it. Just like get it out there, whatever it is. I think she gets in her head about stuff like she's like, oh, this is similar to what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. It's like, just send it.
I told her not to worry about it. I'm like, the internet right now is everyone doing the same thing and going viral for the same thing over and over again.
Literally, like, that's the blueprint. Somebody came up with a concept and then 5,000 people copy it.
I'm like, even if it's similar, just put it out there so that people have something from you that they can see. Right.
You need a body of work. You need, like, shit that people can reference.
But she also has a good circle of people. You, Bonnie, like people that she sends stuff to that will be honest with her, but also will be like, this is good. Yeah. Like people she can believe that say it's good. She doesn't believe when I say it.
Well, you guys are too close.
We're too close, and I am just constantly lying.
The other issue is my lying. So yeah, if you are in the Portsmouth, New Hampshire area, July 11th and 12th, come out. You know, Joe will be making, the lion's share of that money, and that's how it is. But
what better show? Kerryn Feehan and Joe Liz?
Sarah Tolomash as well, of course.
The Elizabeth? Sarah Elizabeth Tolomash?
You're getting all the sister wives, one show. And then the first week in August, I think I'm in Lafayette, Louisiana, or Lafayette. Lafayette. And then Chicago, Windy City Comedy Festival. That's the beginning of my August. But that's it, really. So I got to figure out what to do for my mother's 70th birthday. She's being so annoying about it.
You're putting her up in Portsmouth.
Yeah.
You take great care of her when she comes here.
I think so.
And then
she needs a party for her 70th, though.
Well, you got to give her a party, but
nobody will help. She poo-poos every idea I have.
Then you just got to do a surprise thing, I think.
Yeah, I
know. Just take it out of her hands.
But my thing is, I'm not good at the whole getting all the photos and reaching out to her teacher friends. I need help from my sister and sister-in-law.
Yeah,
my favorite motion is this. Here's my credit card.
Get her on your dad's boat. Let him be the bartender, and then.
Yeah, Karen, what's your opinion? My opinion is Visa.
My opinion is platinum, and we would like to pay with that, please.
That's all.
But yeah, well, I hope it goes well. I'm rooting for you.
Thanks. All right, guys, stay hydrated out there. If you want to come swimming in my pool, too bad.